morning, Mario, and good morning, Switch fans. This is gonna be a ton of fun because the Switch is getting the Zelda successor we've been waiting for, and it looks so good. Plus, there's a little sad update for Wii U, and it makes me sad. But Nintendo also seems to be heavily teasing what's coming at the next Direct after some suspicious websites have been changing over at Nintendo, and we've got to discuss all that and more. I'm feeling great. I started going to bed before midnight. I highly recommend it. It has really enlivened my mornings. I feel good, and I'm so glad to be here with you. So make sure to hit that like button if you enjoy the show. Let me know your take on today's topics in the comments down below, and I hope you are doing fantastic as well. And if you're not, it's gonna turn around. Trust me. It's gonna turn around. Let's kick it off with some quick hitters because Nintendo Switch is doing their best to turn around the online service. And one thing I have stood up and said is that, hey, every other console gives us cool free games and you don't. Well, Nintendo must have heard because they dropped Captain Toad Treasure Tracker as a free trial over here in North America. And they just announced their next Europe trial, which is gonna be for Ultimate Chicken Horse, which I understand isn't first party, but it's still a fantastic game, and you get the whole game from February 9th to February 15th. I do wish that they let us keep these long term, but hey, we are getting something, and at least the games are starting to get, I think, better and better. I hope they do start bringing even more first party titles over, but Ultimate Chicken Horse is like a really fun party game with a lot of cute, cool animals and a lot of awesome platforming action and a lot of take that multiplayer competitiveness. It's just a blast. If you have brothers, sisters, friends, family, get on it. This one drops again on February 9th. Let's cut straight to the chase. Cooking takes a lot of time. Good food is hard. As somebody that records videos and works a ton, it's tough to find the hours to really make a great home-cooked meal. And that's why today's video is brought to you by HelloFresh, the #1 rated meal kit service that brings you delicious, healthy, awesome meals that are easy to make, help support a bunch of different lifestyles, and are sustainable. Like, this just checks off all the boxes for me. All right, their packaging is already recycled materials, and it's a great way to help you achieve your goals without having to redo your entire schedule. It's so nice. They just send you the food, they have the instructions, they're pre-portioned, they're ready to go, and you can just enjoy a home-cooked meal without all the hassle. Plus, Valentine's Day is coming up soon, and if you want an affordable, easy, and downright lovely way to impress your significant other, you can make them a HelloFresh meal and enjoy a night in. Plus, it's a great way to stay safe and still have a special night. Now, if quick and delicious meals sounds good to you, if health without the hassle sounds like a good idea, then make sure to click the link in the description down below. You can use my link or go to HelloFresh.com and input code POG_SwitchForce16 for up to 16 free meals, plus 3 surprise gifts across 6 HelloFresh boxes. The gifts include free appetizers, free desserts, and free premium recipes, plus free shipping on all of it. Free, fun, delicious meals. You gotta check it out, and every time you click the link, it helps support the channel too, so let's go eat! Pour one all the way out for the Wii U. Oh, that little system that could. In fact, it's the system that set up the Switch, so it's basically our dad. I love the Wii U for all that it stood for, even though its sales only peaked around 13.5 million. And today's new Sony reports indicate that the PlayStation 5 has now sold 17.3 million units, meaning in 1 year, cut out the Wii U. It's funny to see the good old Wii U and its small library of some really stellar titles just be absolutely eviscerated by everybody else, but hey, it's fun to talk about Wii U from time to time, and it's a little sad that that system, it was the predecessor to greatness, but nobody saw it at the time. Congrats to PlayStation 5, another fantastic system, the Wii U, the little engine that could. Let me know in the comments down below if you have fond memories of the Wii U, and if it makes you a little teary-eyed to see other systems beat it in just 1 year. Ooh, now my friends, we know the next Nintendo Direct is coming soon. February is the month that the first Direct always takes place in, and based on a bunch of different factors, it seems like it's gonna come in the next 2 weeks. Well, now we have another factor and another indicator of what might just be revealed. I think this Direct is potentially going to be one of their best ever, just based on what we need announced, release dates, and the lucrative titles that could be lurking for big reveals. One of those titles seems to be surely coming after a really interesting and suspicious website got updated. Now, you might remember we talked about at the end of January, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 coming at ya. There was an interesting tweet from a composer who worked heavily on Xenoblade, Yasunori Mitsuda, and on January 21st, he said that his next game would be revealed in February. On that very same day, Monolith Soft, the makers of Xenoblade, announced that their website would be undergoing maintenance on January 31st. And then January 31st, the website went down. Yesterday, the website popped back up and it looked brand spanking new. And there's a couple things here that are really interesting. All right, the website looks totally different, and Xenoblade's website has been updated in the past when interesting things have been going on. And now at the bottom of the page, it says copyright 2022 Monolith Software Inc., whereas previously the website said 2017, hinting that there's big things coming from the company this year. They also have a news post on the website that indicates on February 28th, they will be integrating Monolith Soft Kyoto Studio with Monolith Soft on Twitter and Facebook, making sleuths think that they're going to announce their next project before that happens. Like they're ramping things up and getting things ready for a big reveal. And that would make perfect sense because everybody and their brother believes that Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is coming at us soon. We know they've been working for about 4 years now on their next game. And while Monolith Soft is a great support for a lot of other Nintendo titles, including the highly coveted, much anticipated Give It To Us Now Breath of the Wild 2, they also have their own stuff. And the Xenoblade franchise is a very successful one for Nintendo, and it's about high time we see their next project. All of this to say, the next Direct probably does house the new Xenoblade trailer. And if you're a fan of these games or just a fan of new Nintendo stuff, then it looks like that's gonna be one that's very high up on the bingo board. Based on these updates, based on what's happened in the past, based on Mitsuda the composer saying his new game, I mean, it all just lines up. I think this is a month where we find out about the next Xenoblade. Let me know if that has you excited in the comments down below, or if you'd be interested in trying out Xenoblade for the first time. Cheers to the Triforce in the back of this scene. And cheers to the Triforce that helps make up the SwitchForce logo. And cheers to the Triforce that has created The Legend of Zelda to be the most magical franchise we play. Now look, I know everybody has Breath of the Wild 2 at the forefront of your mind. That's what we want news for. But there's another Zelda game that many fans have been wishing to see come back for many years now. It's actually been the source of many rumors, many fake leaks, because it's got a lot of hype. And the games, they're surprisingly overlooked and underrated. Everybody talks about Ocarina and Majora, and rightfully so, but these two titles from the Game Boy Color are freaking fantastic in their own right. The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons are two really good Zelda games that never get a new Link. We've seen a bunch of titles be remade. Grezzo did a fantastic job with Link's Awakening, and there's a lot of fingers crossed that they'll work on Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons next, because we continue to get a lot of the same Zeldas, but that era is frequently forgotten. Well, we finally have a successor in this era, and it feels awesome. Because Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons are awesome, and the way that they play is obviously very different from many of the Zeldas we currently have available on Nintendo Switch. So it was a huge surprise and a huge resounding success when we saw the reveal of the new game coming to Nintendo Switch, Mina the Hollower. Now this is 100% a spiritual successor to these awesome Zelda games. And while we wait for Grezzo to do their magic on the actual titles, this one looks so good. Yesterday at the Yacht Club Presents, they said, hey, we got a new surprise franchise to show off, and it's called Mina the Hollower. I'm telling you, this is Zelda Oracle, but with a mouse, with leveling up systems, with all sorts of awesome trinkets and weapons, and a fantastic burrow mechanic. It looks to have almost all of the mechanics that make a top-down Zelda great, right? It's got cool looking items and gear, it's got interesting and spooky bosses, all sorts of dungeons, overworld exploration, incredible color palette, and interesting defining mechanics, which for this game is going to be that underground action. The Zeldas were always really good at finding one thing to kind of wrap the entire structure around, like Minish Cap getting small, Link Between Worlds sidling on the walls, and here in Mina, it's gonna be crawling deep beneath. And if you have any inkling of wanting to play Oracle again, this is the game for you, because the mouse, it ain't Mickey, but it's Mina. And Mina means business, because this game debuted on Kickstarter yesterday and already has smashed its goal. I mean, it's undeniably awesome looking. And to see something like this being created in 2022 is really quite perfect. I do love the revamped graphical style we see in Link's Awakening, and I'd absolutely love to see Oracle done in that way. But there's something just so intrinsically charming about a game that looks like my childhood, a game that looks like late nights in the tent with the Game Boy Color and the worm light. At this point, Yacht Club Games are masters of their craft. The art design, the characters, the diverse locales, they just understand how to nail it. They may not use 4K graphics or AAA teams, but look, they know how to make a video game a video game. And they know how to take a world, build it up, and make you want to play it. No matter how many bits and pixels are on the screen, you want to play their games as soon as you see them. And that is a really hard thing to consistently achieve. And there's only one negative about this entire thing, and that is that the game is currently slated for December 2023. So hey, a long wait, but it looks like it's gonna be absolutely worth it. And I'm glad that Yacht Club is going a different direction, deciding to pursue something in addition to Shovel Knight, although they did announce a bunch for that. Dig is apparently in its final stages of development. Can't wait for that one. And we got 3 DLC packs plus a free update for Shovel Knight Pocket Dungeon, if that is more your speed, including the addition of an online versus mode to make it a multiplayer affair. Tons of new bosses, levels, areas, items, things of that sort coming to the game at some soon to be announced date. But it's Mina the Hollower that holds my heart. In fact, it does the absolute opposite of hollowing it out. It fills it full. So hey, I know it doesn't have Link or the Master Sword or Ganon getting all piggy on us. This game might not be an oinker, but it's kind of a squeaker, and it looks like it's going to be awesome. Let me know what you think of Mina the Hollower, if it does bring back Zelda memories from the Game Boy days, and if it makes you excited to see this style of game come back and make you wish that Grezzo and Nintendo would do it up for Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons. Let me know your take in the comments down below. And now let's move to our poll. All right, the community polls are every weekday evening on the community tab. They're a fun way for us all to participate and get our voices heard. And last night I asked, with this impending direct, what do you want to see most? Is it a Breath of the Wild 2? Date and name? Is it a first look at the Metroid Prime remake we've heard heavily rumored? Is it Mario Kart 9 being teased for the very first time? Or is it Donkey Kong chest bashing his way back onto the scene and everybody just wants Zelda? Give us the Zelda. 59% picked Breath of the Wild 2, whilst 24%, myself included, had to side with Mario Kart 9. Although honestly, I'd be happy with any of these. 10% picked Metroid, 8% picked Donkey Kong, and I think there's a chance that multiple of these happen at the next Direct. It really is shaping up to be an absolutely stellar show. Nintendo has a lot to let us know. Man, based on everything we've been hearing, it sounds like their chest is absolutely full of treasure. Can't wait for the dun 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 dun, and we'll share it all together. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed today's show. I'll see you all soon. Until that time, stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay positive out there. I love you all so much. Hit that like button if you have fun with me and all of our Nintendo news. And until tomorrow, my wonderful friends, SwitchForce out.